Hello there, Mr. Cook again. So today we're going to start going over set design. This is based on chapter 19 of our textbook, Basic Drama Projects, 9th edition, the chapter called Set Design. There is a PDF of it on the website. So your first assignment, of course, is to read chapter 19. On this lecture, I'm not going to read it to you. It's a reading assignment. I want you to pick up a lot of stuff from the books. You don't really need a huge lecture on that. What I am going to do is I'm going to highlight the parts I want you to pay attention to, and then I'll explain the assignment which is going to follow. So after reading the chapter, you're going to begin to design an original set for the famous balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet's William Shakespeare, the famous "How do I love thee, let me count the ways." In your reading, make sure you know these terms: area stage, black box stage, box set, cyclorama, drop, elevation sketch, flats, very important, flexible stage, incubation, proscenium stage, set pieces, teaser, thrust stage, and unit set. You'll be using these to describe essentially where you're going to put your play and your set design at. You also should be picking up more theater vocabulary, especially the vocabulary of design. If you've ever had an art class or you're going to do anything artistic, you're going to find these ones under the principles of design. We're always going to discuss things in terms of line, shape, mass, the measurement, obviously, so it fits, position, color, and texture. And when we talk more about the principles, we're going to talk about unity, how they go together, harmony, contrast, variation, balance, proportion, and emphasis. By the end of the semester, you should be a wizard at all these. Carefully read the section on working with the space. This tells you a lot of considerations about what you have to be aware about when you put up a set. Can actors get on and off it? Is it safe? Simply, will it fit? And it gives you the proper terminology to explain that stuff with. In the section called Design Requirements, there's a list of regulations on there. Make sure you read each one of them thoroughly, because as you do your design, you're going to want to come back and say, did I satisfy this one? Did I satisfy this one? Did I satisfy this one? Your final design has to meet those, so that's essentially the grading rubric I will be going on. Once you are done going through the chapter, make sure you read it fairly well. There's going to be a short quiz to make sure that you have read the chapter. Once you have done reading the chapter, on the website you're going to find a PDF labeled Script Romeo and Juliet Balcony Scene. This is the entire script. It's about 16 pages. It's a bit lengthy. Read the script and notice what references can go into design. The design is yours, so you can have free reign on it. But in the time, you're going to notice something. If Romeo climbs up something, there's got to be something from the climb of the design. If you notice at the very beginning of the script, it says orchard, which means it takes place outside, whatever part of the building is along an orchard. After reading about it, take a little break. Walk around, and I want you to think about what you visualized when you were thinking about it. Where did it take place? What time period? Wonderful thing about Shakespeare is we can do a lot with it. It doesn't have to be in the Renaissance. If anyone's seen the DiCaprio movie, they moved it to modern times. I've seen Shakespeare done it out of space. So you can choose what time period it takes place. You can choose what place. It can even be another dimension. And kind of the style. Style is sort of the overall look. And movies have sort of looks on that. And different directors come up with their own styles. A big example, if you go see a movie from Tim Burton, it looks very different than, say, a movie from Quentin Tarantino. That would be their style. One of the reasons I picked Shakespeare is it's wonderfully versatile. As I mentioned before, you can put it any time, any place. You can make a monstrously big detail set. You can make a very minimalistic set. Anything goes, pretty much. What I've done is I put 3 examples here, and these are 3 from the same play. One of Shakespeare's plays called The Tempest, and you can see 3 different sets, 3 different looks, 3 different styles, 3 different ways of filling the space. So I expect different designs from absolutely everybody. Now, after you think you have an idea for design and think about it for a little bit, we're going to do a little creative idea where you're going to create a collage. So after this, take a little bit of a break. When you feel you're ready, watch the video on how to create a collage, and that's going to wrap up our assignment.